Wow, we've made it to day 6. Day 6, and I feel really great today. My thinking is cleared up, no brain fog or food fog, and I'm energetic, and I just really feel good today. Today's chapter in the book is about think. We want to start thinking about what we're thinking about. Oftentimes, when you try to do changes, it's uncomfortable and you start having these limiting beliefs creep in. You know, when I did this before, I had tried several of the things that had worked previously to lose weight. The first time I did it to lower inflammation and to maybe lose some weight, to help with my recovery on my knee. I'd had knee surgery, and they put me on some heavy medication for nerve pain, and I didn't like it, and I wanted to get off of it. And so this was the solution. I did a bunch of research, and I came up with this with the help of my accountability partner, Carol. And I plan on doing an interview with Carol because she's the one that turned me on to Dr. Mark Hyman. And that will be coming in a few days. Also, I had to really challenge that belief that I can't lose weight. I have tried everything. I'm just too old and too far gone, and I needed to lose about 20 pounds. And, you know, it always seems so huge when you've tried several things and failed. So I did this eating plan before, and at the end of the 10-day detox, I had lost 5 pounds. And I did the maintenance, and I lost 5 more pounds. And that started a catalyst to where I began to drop some weight. I gained some back, and you know, it's the yo-yo thing. We all hear about it, and it comes down to your thinking. Your thinking sabotages. You do this self-sabotage because it feels uncomfortable to start feeling healthy and feeling good, and then your beliefs creep in. Your thoughts are your control center that determines your actions. You know, it tells us in the Bible, as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. So these limiting beliefs need to be challenged, and they will start coming up. And when I work with my clients on limiting beliefs and negative self-talk, I tell them to write them down. And then to take each one and ask yourself, is this true? And then look for the evidence that it's not. And because of my accountability partner, Carol, she told me how she did it. And I could believe that she believed. And that's kind of where I started. Design your daily inner log. Do some mirror therapy, I call it. You know, write those things on a mirror. Put them on a Post-it note, stick them to your mirror. I am healthy. I am strong. I am vibrant. I can do this. You know, I feel good. I feel healthy. Those type of things. Even if evidence doesn't show you that, if you change your thinking, your actions will change. And guess what happens? Your reality changes. You have to start on the inside. And when you do that, you shift your environment. So just get rid of those thoughts that don't work for you. It's like you were doing a declutter and a detox with food, but also with thoughts. We're going to get rid of the junk food and the junk thoughts all at the same time. So it's about your mindset. and be mindful. Think about what you're thinking about. If you don't like what you think, change it. Then the book talks some about to think about your dreams. What are your dreams? I love I coined this several years ago when I was in Mel Robbins' launch. Dream with the lid off. We're the only ones that put the lid on our dreams. Dream with the lid off. And what is standing in the way of your dreams? Usually it's your beliefs, your belief system, those limiting beliefs. So if you want to believe something different, just change it. And I know that, I've talked about in my 60s, I had a bunch of mobility issues, and I just thought that I could never get that back. And today, at 72, those mobility issues are gone. Now, it's taken about 5 years, and of being consistent. It's not about more intensity. It's about consistency of doing it day in and day out. You make a commitment to yourself. And what is a commitment? Doing what you said you would do long after the thrill or the excitement you set it in is gone. You just continue to do it. You set up the daily habits and you put them in place. You use environmental cues to remind you of your habits. That's why I think that the mirror therapy works. And then you anchor that new habit of telling yourself those things to an old habit. I like to use washing my hands. Every time I wash my hands, I'm healthy, I am vibrant, I am strong, and I am statements are so powerful. So I want you to really do some journaling and do some soul searching. Think about your beliefs and what's limiting. We tell ourselves these stories and they become over and over and over again. If you think you can or you think you can't, you will be right on both parts. So really delve into this one. You've got your clarity, you're feeling better, you're beginning to realize that, hey, this might really work for me, which is what happened to me. And I'm feeling that way again. And I'm excited. And I hope you're feeling these things too. Day 6, we're clicking it off. You just take today. And I am going to do a brain dump along with the food dump. And, so be real mindful of your beliefs. They drive your behavior. And you begin to write out the thinking, and you might want to do a little journaling about what's under this. What do I really believe about myself, about my life, about my dreams and aspirations? And if you don't like them, change them. It's that simple. But you have to tape over those limiting beliefs and negative self-talk. You don't get rid of them. You focus on the new behavior instead of fighting the old. And you tape over and you reprogram your brain. You can rewire your brain. Research proves it. It's neuroplasticity. So we're going to go get them today. We're doing great. I hope y'all are enjoying this series. And as usual, while you're doing all this, be you on purpose.